Hey everybody, welcome to Connecting Cannabis, brought to you by Wrazel and the Wrazel Cannabis Broadcasting Network. I am your host, Brian Holler. Today our guest is Austin Jancan. He's a founder and CEO of WeedCommerce. Really interested to talk to him about what an online marketplace in cannabis consists of, how it works, how you got there, and what you're doing. So it's going to be a really cool conversation, and I'm really, really happy that you guys are here to join us. Of course, first though, I definitely want to check out a word from our sponsor. Shady Creek Trading Company produces and distributes cannabis-infused wild meat jerky products. Co-created by Settlers Jerky founder, Shady Creek Trading Company is an infused jerky products and distribution corporation located in Nevada City, California. Nomad Jerky Bites is their premier product, a packaged pouch with hearty bites of ethically raised buffalo fortified with THC. Shady Creek Trading Company are the innovators of the infused meat jerky market. They are compliant by all FDA standards and use cured strips of real buffalo as opposed to pressed jerky. To learn more about Shady Creek and their current investment opportunity, please visit the Wrazel Investment Marketplace at wrazel.com. And we're back. Austin, thank you so much for being here with us today. We really appreciate your time.
Hey, thanks, Brian. Appreciate you having me.
Excellent. No problem at all. So let's dive into it. What's WeedCommerce?
Yeah, awesome. So we're a cannabis marketplace. We began as an online smoke shop.
Yep.
We started adding CBD brands such like CBD flower, CBD skincare. And then recently, we also just launched our dispensary partnership where our users can order cannabis to be delivered in Los Angeles area as well.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah,
so it's starting to expand those offerings out a little bit.
Definitely. We're trying to be a complete marketplace so we can give, any offering of cannabis, we can do.
Sure, absolutely. And then you'll be prepared when things, are allowed to be done.
Right, exactly.
Yes, exactly. And actually, that's where I wanted to start with you because, you might some of our audience might be out there thinking, wait, he has an online marketplace where I can go buy CBD and different products that have to do with cannabis? And the answer is yes.
Yeah, definitely. I wanted to, one of the things I wanted to solve years ago was just being able to build a quality, trusted brand. I feel like a lot of times when I buy online, even when it's cannabis products, you never know what you're going to get. Could be from out of the country, could be just, a really low quality product. So I kind of wanted to build a better relationship with the customer via e-commerce for the brands.
Sure, makes sense. And it's not just about being a middleman, right? It's being a trusted resource.
Right. Yeah, definitely. All the brands I've built, great relationships with, and a lot of them are just startups trying to, get things going.
That's
and
right.
I want to support them, give them another sales channel, and really promote their product as well.
Yeah, I think that's something that people might miss, right? I'm going to build a marketplace, which in itself is tough to do. But even beyond that, it's like, I'm going to sell product.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Right. But there's a lot more to it than that.
Definitely. Yeah. You just want to be able to, really do your research on each brand.
Sure.
Test it out yourself. A lot of the brands I bring on are some of the brands I've tried myself, and just thought that they're, great people behind the company and also great products. And I really just want to create a better customer experience for the cannabis users.
Absolutely. And it just kind of goes part and parcel with the, I think, community as a whole. You're providing a resource that can help a lot of people, promote their product in a way, right, and to generate some sales, which is great too.
Exactly. Like when they win, we win.
Of course. It's very similar to the network here, right?
Right. Exactly.
Sure, my show, we started off with a lot, but then now we have several shows, gives more people opportunity to, grow together, to,
right,
get messaging out. And so what I want to let me backtrack a little bit because building a online marketplace.
Right.
So you started as a smoke shop, you said, right?
Online smoke shop. So we first started off with just bongs, pipes, dab rigs,
Sure,
some cannabis accessories, and then grew it from there.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And so you started basically by saying, I would guess, how long ago was that? Sorry.
This is our third year. So
Okay.
3 years ago.
3-4 years ago,
Yeah.
you're starting to develop this thing.
Right.
Right. And you're going headfirst into a industry that at that time even was a lot more volatile even than it is now.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm a risk taker. I just, I enjoy doing that type of stuff. And I like being different.
Yeah.
I thought, no one's really coming out with something like this. So just wanted to shake the game up.
Yeah. And I'm glad you did because it's, I think it's really an interesting, marketplace. I think that it's nice. It's good. It makes sense. It's one of those things where I think you're like, well, isn't everybody doing this?
Right. I know. Yeah. they're probably coming for me right now, but I'm trying to stay ahead of the game.
You're doing it. You're running.
I'm just doing it. Yeah,
That's right.
I just started running. So
yes, no, I mean, and that's I think that what I really want to hone in on though is I think a lot of people out there might be saying, oh, well, I know how to build a website and I can do this real quick.
Yeah.
You might be able to get the, I guess, initial infrastructure done kind of quick, but that's not what makes the motor run.
Right, exactly. It's really about the high quality brands that we bring on, all the partnerships, and just I've been a cannabis user basically all my life, so I was already kind of geared towards what the customer wants and what's the customer needs.
Yep.
And I kind of built that around there. Like I said, like the customer experience is huge for me. So I want to make sure when they get a product, they want to come back to us, and there's always communication between me and them. And just give them, the best possible experience they can.
Yeah. And for those who might not be aware, customer experience, essentially the journey that a customer or user takes on a site to essentially buy a product.
Right. Exactly. Just have a great feeling when you get the product, you're happy, and just overall,
That's right.
Yeah.
And then once you've kind of aligned yourself with that brand, then you feel comfort, you're going to buy that brand over and over again.
Exactly, yeah.
And then Austin helps highlight brands.
Right,
so
exactly.
It's a very symbiotic relationship.
Try and always promote and market our brands,
Sure.
Yeah, there's so many different products too. We have got a lot of cool stuff like Simply High Extracts. They just recently came out with CBD olive oil and vegan butter, which
interesting.
we've been promoting. Yeah,
sure.
They're an awesome company. Soji Skincare, which is one of the top lines right now in CBD.
Certainly.
They're amazing. And these entrepreneurs are great.
Yeah.
Both of them, are amazing.
Yes, and that energy that you get from working with multiple entrepreneurs, which I can relate to, obviously, is it's very. I don't know. It's a fuel,
You're right, and there's not a lot of people out there, that have that entrepreneurial spirit, and it's nice to be able to come together with everyone, especially in a new industry when everyone's just trying to make it and get, get to the top, and it's nice to be able to support each other,
isn't it? Yeah. It's nice to kind of just have people who are all hyper focused on a main goal, or a handful of goals, I should say. But it's all to grow, to build, to connect, and to thrive.
Exactly.
And to help people more than anything. I'm pretty sure
that's the best part about it.
Best part about it is the fringe benefit isn't helping people. The fringe benefit's making the money.
That's why I love Wrazel. You guys are always here to help all the cannabis businesses.
Yeah, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. And we have always enjoyed you as well. And it's just a matter of being there as resources for one another to help us get to where we need to go.
Right.
If that's helping you promote your company via a show, or you helping a brand get on a platform, or maybe that brand's looking for capital. There's a lot of different cool ways that we all work together, as long as we understand how everybody moves, for lack of a better term.
Exactly. Yeah, we're all pieces to this puzzle, and we're all fitting in. So everything's been working amazing.
So, and you mentioned something earlier that you teased, and now I want to dive into it a little bit. So my logical question, I think, for people out there is okay, well, got a lot of cool CBD products, still probably have some utensils and things from the smoke shop days available, and maybe some other cool, things that are, marketing type stuff or, swag as it were. But then, of course, you said the magic word earlier. You said, hey, by the way, we now have a system in place where now it's just in LA right now, right?
It's in the LA area.
But you are finally kind of figuring out a way to work with THC.
Right, exactly. So we teamed up with some dispensaries. So now we are able to do cannabis delivery in Santa Monica, Venice Beach, downtown LA, Beverly Hills, and basically, the LA County. For the most part, northern LA County. So
very nice.
Yeah, we're excited about that. We just launched that, over the past 2 weeks, and we're really excited because that's where we've always wanted to go, is be able to give everything in cannabis in our marketplace. And,
that's right.
Give our customers everything they want.
Yep. And so people that might not know out there, currently it's legal to sell CBD products in any state in the country.
Exactly.
Right. But it is not legal to sell THC on a platform like that.
Unless,
right? In the same way.
So the way you have to do it is to make sure that obviously the dispensary is licensed.
Yes.
You can't take a percentage from their
sale.
It has to be a flat rate fee or some type of structure you guys have.
Right.
So There's a lot of like, everything has to be tracked on metric, sale as well. So, we teamed up with WebJoint on the POS systems to be able to, process those orders, and, they're, completely by the book and compliant. And it's really making sure that all the businesses that you work with are completely licensed, and you check that on the BCC, and, you really, give your full due diligence on it.
Yeah, and it seems like in the short term, at least, until THC becomes readily legal to sell in all 50 states, this seems like a logical angle to take for companies like yourself.
Yeah, definitely. We want to start small and focus on a condensed area. Really focus on
highly populated, though. That's good.
Highly populated. LA's not bad. Yeah.
No, that'll work. Yeah.
We wanted to do so I'm in Long Beach, so I wanted to be close to everything and make sure we're launching in Southern California first, so I can oversee everything. And we just wanted to start out small and then expand as state by state opens up, and our partnerships get bigger. Bring in more dispensaries. Honor Roll is one of our dispensaries that we work with. They're amazing delivery service. And just expand from there, focus in on one and then kind of expand out. So that was our game plan.
That's awesome. And that's exactly right. And, if you've seen any of my shows previous to this,
I see all of them,
and I appreciate that. And there's been some themes that come up, whether I'm talking to a lawyer like Dana Cisneros, or a marketing expert like Rochelle Lynn, or a business owner like Whitney Beatty. Yeah. There's themes that always come up, and one of them for sure is to be as prepared as possible. Yeah. For what inevitably is going to happen.
Of course.
And you just eloquently went into that. But I got to tell you, anybody who's listening out there, I can run off a bunch of colloquialisms and cliches that will apply right now. But the effort that you put in really does matter. Yeah. The being prepared, the preparation, or what's the most famous one? The practices in the preparation, right?
True. So true.
Could you elaborate?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this wasn't just something I came across 3 years ago. This was probably 10 years ago.
Yep.
18, 19 years old, like sleeping on my brother's couch, trying to focus in on something that I wanted to do in the future and what I want to become, and just really take a shot at it. I mean, you just have to just go for it. That's the main thing. Whatever you're trying to do, just start. Yeah. Whatever it is, find the company name, find the logo, just do something to get your email. And then after that, you'll just continue to build on it. And that's just what I did, and tried to, continue to take the company to another level every year, every day, you know, and then you just got to really focus on it and enjoy it. I mean, follow happiness. That's all I really can say.
That's it. Follow your passion, right?
Follow your passion.
Follow what you want to do,
exactly,
and get out there and do it. And you made a really, really good point about it is the little small steps. Celebrate those wins, everybody.
Right.
Do it. Because each of those steps really does make a big difference, especially at first.
Yeah. Even a baby step is a step forward.
That's correct. Exactly right. And, getting a logo or a name is not any small feat. That's a big deal. That leads to everything else that you're doing.
That's your brand, where you're trying to go with it, and just have the idea in your head and really focus on it, and then materialize it as much as possible.
That's it. And look at, Austin, the name of your company, WeedCommerce. How smart is that, right? How smart is that, everybody? Like e-commerce, WeedCommerce. I know I'm a marketing professional, but I'm pretty sure that, even anybody could kind of sniff that one out and go, that's pretty smart, right there.
And a lot of these cannabis companies, they kind of go away from having weed or cannabis in there. I want people to know that that's what we do as soon as you hear it.
Yes. So. Well, I think you've bridged that gap, because I do think there is a plethora of canna this and double entendres everywhere, and all this stuff. But yours is very straightforward, and so you still use that, but it's very blunt and in your face. Like, yo, you want to buy some some products?
WeedCommerce.
Yes. We got a website for you, right? But it's not one of those kind of websites. It's actually a legitimate one. You can actually go, right. Austin is not going to hit you up in your DMs on Instagram.
I won't. No. Maybe I will. You never know.
Well, I mean, if you're nice and fun and cool, he might want to say hello, but he's not going to pitch you a cart or products or anything like that.
Oh, no, definitely no. No marketing that way. No, exactly.
But the point is, it's really about kind of those baby steps, getting you there. The Wicked Roots mission is to unlock the healing power of cannabis and create trusted, safe, and highly effective wellness products. They firmly believe that cannabinoids and terpenes found in cannabis and hemp have the potential to positively impact millions of lives, and their team is dedicated to making this a reality. Utilizing proprietary DNA, the Wicked Root offers a brand of pharmaceutical-grade CBD products people can rely on. The Wicked Root team utilizes a full-spectrum CBD base infused with select terpenes to create optimal, science-backed formulas that are consistent and deliver targeted effects. To learn more about the Wicked Root, visit thewickedroot.com, or for more on their current investment opportunity, find Wicked Root in the Wrazel investment marketplace at wrazel.com. You're 19 and you're like, I'm going to build a site where we sell weed products.
Yeah, that was tough.
And
It wasn't even legal at the time.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
How were your parents?
You know what? My mom smokes weed, so
there you go.
You know, she was always supportive of anything I do, which
That's
is
good.
amazing. You know, most moms might be like,
Yeah.
no, we're not doing that. But she's never, you know, she's always told me to go for it, which is amazing.
That's
you know?
awesome. I'm blessed to have a mother and formerly a father that were like that too.
Yeah.
So, gosh, there's another big deal.
Yeah.
Right? Think about so many people who don't have that kind of support growing up, or even
Right.
when they do try to get out there and stick their necks out there.
Yeah.
That right there is your first hurdle. Pow.
And you know
Right.
what? Yeah. You know, your parents are going to love you. They're going to support you no matter what, even if they, you know, they might not see the vision.
You certainly would hope so.
And you
Yeah.
hope so. And, you know, not everyone's going to see the vision. And, you know, when I told them the idea at first, you know, people,
Yeah, right,
what are you
sure.
doing?
Yeah,
Finish
yeah.
school.
Right.
Don't do that. And it, you know, it came to a point where I'm just like, you know, what do I really want to do with my life? And
That's right.
if I want to take a shot at this, I'm not going to be scared to do it, because that would be such a regret when I get older.
Oh, yeah.
And I think about a lot of these guys when they're 50, 60, they're like, okay, now I'm going to start my own company. I'm like, why don't I just do it now? And then I have 30 years to
Yep.
figure it out. you
Well,
know?
not to mention the skills and experience you'll acquire on that journey
Yeah.
will serve you well, even if you failed and ended up getting snatched up by another company or had to pivot or whatever. Yeah.
I've learned so much just because, you know, when you start out, you have to wear different hats.
Sure,
You know,
you're already wearing $1 million even now, and you're
Right.
you know, and you're doing all right.
And you know, you just learn from other companies and other brands that you want to be like. And you know, like I didn't know anything about web design, and slowly just tried to, you know, figure that out for myself and
Sure.
do as many things as you can for yourself, so you don't have to outsource and spend money. Because
Yep.
when I first started out, I really didn't have any cash to start. Just slowly built it out, and
yeah,
you know, everything just, you know, it was something you build on top of it, you know, every other day.
yeah. I always just came from the philosophy of like, okay, if I'm starting something new, nobody believes in me, and no one's going to help,
Right.
right? Except for the people that will.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I knew who those people were, or I already knew them going in,
Yeah.
I was just like, well, that's a start. I mean, I like this person can help me with this, and this person will give me a little bit of advice here, and
Yeah.
you know, I'm very fortunate to have this relationship here, right?
Right.
So that brings up the beauty of networking, which is essentially what this show is about, right? Is, you know, how to connect with people in a business, you know, or professional sense,
Yeah.
and how to build a good, lasting relationship together, right? And that's what you had to do. You know, that's the journey you took. And now you're on at least the other end of that stuff.
Right.
Right. I mean, still plenty of issues and things to deal with, but now you're on the end of that really hard, tough, where you feel lonely and you feel like, you know, nobody understands and that sort of
Yeah.
thing. I think that's part of the process. You have to feel that to know that you really want to do what you're doing.
So true. And yeah, that will make you really determine, is this what you want to do? Because when you get to the point where you don't care what other people think about you and you're going to do this, that's
it.
when you really just succeed. And that's when
right.
everything kind of opens up.
That's it.
Yeah.
And very few people, at least I've seen, are cut for like that right away, or they might have it in them, but then when it really starts happening,
Yeah.
it's, whoa, gee, oh yeah,
Right,
this is scary, and any human being would feel like that.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
let's get it straight. Like, no, there are no superhuman beings out there that did this the first time and weren't scared shitless.
Of
okay,
course, right.
there weren't. I don't care how much help you had. I don't care if you say you're self-made. You're not. But if you even come from money, like, it doesn't matter. Like, your first couple of times doing this are scary as can be.
Right. Exactly.
You know?
And that's what it's great, like meeting other people in the cannabis industry, like all the Wrazel events that you guys hold, that
Sure.
you meet those other entrepreneurs who have hit that wall and also gone beyond that wall.
That's right.
And, you know, any successful person I ever met, they always tell you to keep going.
Yeah.
And the people that are, you know, have failed in life will tell you that you can't do it. And, you know,
Or, hey, it's really hard. Like that, like that's the thing is they don't say, no one says to you, you can't do it. You're never going to do it. And if they do, they're complete assholes. But no one's ever going to look at you and say that. But they damn sure are going to do the passive aggressive thing.
Exactly.
Where they go, well, I did this, a couple years ago, and it's just really tough. It's a tough game. You're probably not going to want to get into it.
And they're already trying to talk yourself out because they talk themselves out of it.
That's right. That's right.
And when you tell someone, it's usually what you're telling yourself.
Yes.
So I always try and stay positive because you just want to be able to hype yourself and hype other people.
Yep.
And usually, like everyone, your relationship is a mirror of yourself within. Right. And
I tell people this all the time. If you look in the mirror and every day you're just in your own head and you're like, let's say ugly. I'm gross. I'm ugly. I'm sick. I'm a terrible person. Yeah. Guess what? You'll be one. Soon enough.
Exactly.
Promise you that.
100%.
So if you look in the mirror every day and you try to be motivated as best you can, you kind of look yourself, hey, you're doing all right.
Yeah.
Let's go.
You got to be your best motivator.
You got to be.
And that's tough sometimes. I mean, you really
of course it is.
It's not easy doing it, but you got to trick yourself.
Yeah, especially when you're out there on an island. You feel like you're on an island, and truthfully, you're not. But like you feel like it.
Cannabis helps.
Yeah. Cannabis does truly heal. Yes,
it makes me positive.
It can make it can help that for sure though. Like it can certainly relax your outlook, and that's very proven. Even though we're being a little coy. I do love the conversation. I could continue talking with you forever, of course, my friend. But before we go, let's make sure everybody else out there knows where to find WeedCommerce.
Yeah, definitely. So you guys can go to weedcommerce.co, cannabis marketplace, everything you need from CBD to smoking products, and you can get your cannabis delivery in the LA area. So check us out.
And there you go. That was weedcommerce.co.
Weedcommerce.co.
So very good. Well, check that out, everybody. And thank you, Austin, for being here.
I appreciate it, Brian.
Always a pleasure. Thank you guys very much. Look out for all the new shows coming up on WCBN, and look for this episode shortly, and a little tag for Austin's website and stuff, so you can go visit and give him a visit and say hello. So thank you guys so much for your time. Thank you, Austin.
Thanks,
we'll see you next time.
Appreciate it.